I've got, $300,000 and I'm selling some single family and I want that to be tax free. I want to 1031 that into your project, right? And
what is the biggest frustration that you're finding with the capital gains tax, and how is it affecting your guys' business?
So it's really not on our buildings that we're buying. It's really, we raise money from investors, and we'll bring on additional investors. And a lot of times when we have a live project, we'll get people that contact us and say, hey, I've got, $300,000 and I'm selling some single family and I want that to be tax free. I want to 1031 that into your project, right? And they've already got the 1031 going. And I would love to be able to say, hey, yes, a new investor, come onto our projects, you can 1031. I think the challenge that we have is there's a lot of paperwork that comes. We can do it. It's definitely possible. I know there's some people that do what I do that just say, no, never, no 1031s into our deals. We can do it. It's called the tenant in common agreement. And it's just a lot of legal work, right? It's going to add some money to the legal bill. It's going to add some complexity. It's going to maybe some of our other investors might question like, hey, what's this other thing I see on the paperwork? Like, who's this other owner? And so that's the challenge we've had. So right now, unless somebody's coming to the project with $1 million plus, we won't even look at 1031 money into our projects. So that's been one of the challenges we had.
So it's really just the extra complicated legal tax work. And it's just, if it's not $1 million, it's not worth your time.
It's not really worth it. So for $100K, it would be tough for us to go to the attorney, say, hey, we need a tenant in common agreement. And then really, I think more than that is our other investors that don't know what that is. They'll see this tenant. We have to disclose that obviously on our documents. And I don't want them to be confused. And then, we have a philosophy at our company we have to make this as simple and easy to understand for anyone. Because if it gets too complex, a lot of people are like, I don't know if I want to invest in that. And so that's the lifeblood of our company. We want to keep it easy for our investors. And a tenant in common agreement kind of adds that complexity, and they might question it, like, what's this and how does that work? And then we'd have to go back and explain it. So I think it's more of that than the legal fees, although there's some pretty significant legal fees that go with that as well.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so it's the complexity that it creates into the deal, and at a certain point, it's just not worth it. But if it's big enough, okay, you'll kind of suck it up because it's a good enough chunk.